Riddler is asking for you.
The killer left this for the Batman. Why is he writing to you?
You came. I've been trying to reach you.
Riddler's latest. It's all about the Waynes. If we don't stand up, no one will.
You got a lot of cats.
I have a thing about strays.
I feel scared. That's how I feel. I feel scared and very excited at the same time, but definitely intimidated, and it comes from a good place, you know. I think when you're playing a character that is so beloved, you know, it's what makes the opportunity so special. But you also really don't want to let people down, you know. People care so much about these characters.
And guys, make it your work, please.
Everyone else's previous work on it has just proven that you can reinvent this character in like a million different ways. And it's funny because you look at Batman, it's a very particular costume. It seems like a very particular character, but it can be reinterpreted like huge opposite ends of the spectrum. And so it's interesting to see, how people will receive this one, and hopefully it will go down well. I wish we did press after the movie came out. It'd be so much easier.
I know. We're like, everything's like, I don't know.
I don't know. Just don't hurt me.
The bat and the cat. It's got a nice ring.
A new friend of yours?
I'm not so sure. I'm just here to unmask the truth about this cesspool we call a city. You're part of this too.
Hands up! Stay still!
How am I part of this? Oh, you're really not as smart as I thought you were.
Well, I think it's really refreshing to have such an emotional story, you know. I think, you know, everything in this film is really driven by emotion, and you know, it's lovely to see that you don't really have to choose between, you know, three-dimensional characters and emotion and action. You can really have it all, and you know, I think it's you know, why we go to the movies.
Who's the mustache with the broken nose? It's Kinsey, narcotics. He's one of the guys that got into it with at the Iceberg Lounge. What are you saying, Kinsey moonlights for the Penguin? I'm moonlights as a cop.
Are your ears okay? You couldn't hear anything.
I couldn't hear anything. That was the one that was very, very tight on my ears.
I'd be like, Rob.
I also had an earpiece in which I was getting direction through, which I couldn't get out myself. And then occasionally they'd leave on every single person's walkie-talkie on the entire set, and I couldn't get it out of my car. So I'd be literally listening to every single thing that's happening
coffee orders
throughout the entire coffee orders the whole time in the middle of a scene. And sometimes there'd be a problem going on. They'd be like, "What is happening? What's happening?" And I'm like,
trying to do a scene.
Figure it out.
That's a nightmare.
It's funny.
I didn't know that.
Ladies and gentlemen, bats and cats as well, the man responsible for bringing the Batman to the big screen. Please welcome director Matt Reeves.
And I could also tell it was a very intimate relationship with Matt, because like sometimes he'd leave the mic on, and you could hear him like if it was a tense scene, his breathing would kind of accelerate, and I'd be like hearing Matt's breath. Like,
Dan Lemon.
No, and then occasionally he'd be like, "No," in the middle of a take, and I could never get it out.
No, that's the worst thing you can hear from a director in the middle of a take is no.
Bruce Wayne.
Sorry?
I wouldn't be bothering you here, but your people keep telling me you're unavailable. You know, you really could be doing more for this city. Your family has a history of philanthropy, but as far as I can tell, you're not doing anything.
The ways in which Matt has kind of co-opted this genre and, you know, the Batman series to make it a film about Batman, yes, but also about the world in which we live, I think was just really brilliant. And it's what drew me, and I think I speak for Paul, it drew us all into this. When we read the script, we were like, wow, this is a serious film.
I got you! I got you! Take that, you friggin' psycho! I got you!
For me, I was a bit nervous because I couldn't have a mask on, and I was, you know, for 4 hours, 3 hours every day. And I said to the person who was the head of protocol, she'd have massive amounts of responsibility. I said to her, am I trying to just be hysterical here, or am I the most vulnerable person out of a crew of 500 people? And she went, yes, you are. I thought, oh no. There's just massive room to explore this character's life and really get into the world of criminality that he is at the center of, but also his life outside of that, his own origin story and what made him the man that he is, and how the man that he is going to become something else in future. So to have 6 or 8 hours or whatever it would be just a joy to explore this character, because it didn't feel like a one-trick pony. It didn't feel like just, you know, it felt like there was a lot to it that we didn't get to explore in this. It was just the tip of the iceberg in this film, you know. So we'll see.
Come on, vengeance. Let's get into some trouble.